You know, when we criticize our quote-unquote black political parties, it comes from a place of frustration. When we heavily criticize them, it is because we are looking for something. And that something has to come from those quote-unquote black political parties. The biggest frustration from our own side is because we know that they are the leadership that we prefer. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I am not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of South Africa. Now, the black political parties themselves are heavily divided. When they call for black unity, we don't see it. We don't see it from them. We don't see them displaying any unity. So it creates an impression that they are looking for what benefits them and them only, using us as voters and citizens of this country. So what me as an individual, because somebody said don't bring us into your mediocrity, so please, here's the disclaimer. When I say we, I'm talking about the people that I know, people that are close to me. So now we are looking at we are wanting to see a united front from all the quote-unquote black political parties. The place to start from is supporting the current president, who is President Cyril Ramaphosa. And that is me. You are allowed to criticize me in the comment section or share your views, please. The comment section is open. Am I saying they are not supposed to criticize President Cyril Ramaphosa? No, I'm not saying so. There is a way in which criticism is done, and you look at it to see there is nothing constructive about this. So the formation, first of all, the formation of the EFF came because the EFF, the youth of that time, they were not happy with what was going on within the ANC. They got tired of it, they were expelled and whatnot. At the end of the day, they created EFF, you see? And so it happened with MK. I would like to see, because for me, I don't know about you, these are one political party, which is the ANC. They are just disgruntled at this moment over the years. So I would like to see them coming together. You see? Coming together, being solid, because we can no longer put a coin like gambling, not hoping for the best when the signs for the best were not there. What is best is something that has signs and symptoms that this is good for South Africa's future. Not a political, because we have been turned into being fans of different political parties. We no longer apply reasoning that will benefit us as citizens and the country. So what I'm saying now, our own criticism, the people like me who criticize them, it comes from a point that personally I'm frustrated, because they continuously call us to unite. Black people should unite. Them as leaders are not united. I normally say they need to go through the purification through fire. What that is, for me, I would like them to wake up one day, but it's not going to happen. I would like them to wake up one day and the day is governing this country. You see? But it's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream that will never materialize. So what I'm saying is we need to see signs of excellence in them. And when I say so, I'm not talking about them speaking in rallies. I'm not talking about them coming up with rallies or designing the best t-shirt with the logos of their parties. No, that's not what I'm talking about. How they move now with the existence of the GNU, where the ANC is suffocating in pain, governing with the Democratic Alliance. Hey, guys, I hope you hear me. As I said to you before, I have a disclaimer that tells you that I am not a politician and I do not have deep knowledge in politics. I'm just talking as an ordinary citizen of South Africa who is a voter. There are certain things that I don't know that happen within the political space, but at the end of the day, how I receive them, you see what I'm saying? It generates how I perceive those things with all what is happening within the political space that I don't know much. By the time it reaches me, it develops a certain perspective that allows me to decide who to vote for. So now, if the people that are calling us to unite are not starting now with the existence of GNU by supporting the existing black president in that parliament, Sana, we are not going anywhere. Support him, criticize him, hold him accountable. But at the end of the day, let it be evident to any black person in South Africa that you have the best interest of the country at heart with all that you do. Do you get? No black person doesn't want the unity of black people. So that I said, uniting behind the current president, that's one. Those are the signs of unity that we are getting somewhere. Unite behind him, support him, criticize him at the same time. View him as somebody that is entangled in a situation that is not so good for black unity. And when you criticize him, let us see that you see the predicament that is caught up in. The ANC, the predicament that the ANC is caught up in that GNU. Okay? And then when we move from there, you criticize him, hold him accountable. Then we create the belief, or maybe let it be evident that we are led with excellence in the different political parties that are considered to be black political parties, like the EFF, like the MK, the ANC. Let us see some excellence there. The way you move, the way you interact with each other. There is something that Nota said. He said something, and he was heavily criticized. He said, the black lives don't matter to black people. You see, who is facing the most extortion at this moment in this country? It is black people being extorted by other black people. That's one example that I just want to put out there. So, but at the end of the day, that's not the focus what I'm saying. What I'm saying is black people, black political parties and leaders that are calling us to unite behind them, calling black political parties to unite and become one. Let us not use pieces of a mess to unite. Let us not unite within a very messy space. Let us clean ourselves up, adjust our blazers, if those are blazers, pull up our trousers, fix our dresses and crowns, position ourselves and be one, and we unite. You see, those are the things that we'd like to see. Don't call us to unite, because somebody said, you know what, the pro-political parties, there's a video clip that I shared of Prince Mashele saying that there will be an ANC that will rise, that will be against President Ramaphosa and the GNU. Fair enough. But somebody else said, the ANC, the reason why the government of the GNU that is led by the ANC, or even the government that is led by the ANC prior to the GNU, why it was difficult for that government to hold the people that have drained this country's funds. It is difficult for the ANC-led government to hold those people accountable. It is because the entire leadership of the ANC, your EFF and your now MK, all of that, they are all entangled in this situation of corruption. Nobody is clean. They are just waiting it out. to take the GNU down, and then they regroup so that they can go free. You see, that is a very dangerous situation to be in this country. If now we are regrouping again, let's say, okay, we forgive the sins of the past, no accountability, are we going to be comfortable and believe that these people are not going to be doing this thing again? And then now that they've tasted no being a powerless, not being in power, they know how that feels like. What are they gonna do to remain in power by fire, by force in the future once they get that 2/3 majority? What I am saying, what I continue to say is that it is good to get the 2/3 majority as the ANC in the future, but we cannot have the ANC getting the 2/3 majority in its current form. We need the ANC that is for the people and that is for the country, that can lead us and lead us very well. Let us not be sitting on the windows being envious of what is happening outside, like seeing now Rwanda, which is a smaller country than South Africa, which is a smaller population than South Africa, which has a leader that is considered to be a dictator, that is silencing people, yet being loved by the people. And they say, if you didn't see that video, go back to it. I'm still going to share the link to that video so that you go and watch it. They say they rally behind him and support him and love him regardless of what is perceived about him, because whenever he says he's going to do something, he does it. He does it for everyone to see. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? So what I'm saying is, it is disastrous for South Africa to have the regrouping of the ANC in its current form. When I'm saying is the EFF in its current form, the ANC in its current form, the MK in its current form. They need purification and unite. Then call us black people to say, look, come and unite. We have gotten our house in order. Come and rally behind us. Let us lead our own country with a 2/3 majority. They still have nothing in their hands to show why we should be rallying behind them. And they leave us as orphans during that, whatever that they're doing throughout this whole thing. Because now, not all black people want to vote for the Democratic Alliance, especially because of what transpired between AFRIFORUM and the government, your Elon Musk, your Trump, your DA to get. So the DA has shot itself on the foot there with that marriage that they have with AFRIFORUM. They caused a mess for themselves, because what I remember, black people were starting to believe that the DA is good for the country. They were ready to vote for the Democratic Alliance, especially in KZN, until MK came and said, no, not on our watch. That is not happening. So what I'm saying is, guys, I've said a lot. I'm here now. Please share your views in the comment section. Understand, with an understanding that my views come from a person who is not into politics but sees politics as from a perspective of someone who's a South African citizen and a voter. So we have to decide at the end of the day who we give our votes to, so that that person can lead us, so that that party can lead us. So what I'm saying is, before you call us to unite behind black political parties, before you call all political parties to unite and be one, what are they uniting under? Are we still uniting under the same corrupt, directionless, irrational kind of blackness in politics? We need purification, adjust ourselves, put ourselves in order, and then we unite and move forward as this machinery that is moving and maneuvering towards the right direction, which is for the good of this country. I've said enough. If you watched up to here, thank you for watching my videos. And if you have time, kindly watch my ads in full if you're on Wi-Fi, as that is the only way you can support the channel for now. Ndiyabulela kakhulu guys, nibe nemini emnandi.